Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vijaya Lakshmi. I am a postdoctoral fellow at Indian Institute of Science. So, the title of my paper is Automated Layout Zoning, a case of campus design problem. So, this is a collaborative work between IITM, ISC and the Aalto University. Moving on to the presentation, this is the outline of my presentation. So, it is a well-known fact that well-designed facilities provide social, economic and environmental value. Based on a previous study on campus design, we categorized design value into two types. One is the architectural design value, which are criteria that give indications regarding the performance of the final built facility. The second type of value category that we recognized was the project delivery criteria. This is more to do with the performance of the design delivery efficiencies of the design firm. Now, when it comes to PDVs are more objective, whereas ADVs can be a combination of objective and subjective criteria. And it has been well discussed in literature that because of the intangible nature or abstractness associated with value and stakeholder values, it's difficult to posit it as a robust business case, and they often get ignored in evaluation processes. And we have moved a long way from paper-based design to digital design tools and technologies. Like the generative design concept has gained significant traction in the recent years. Generative design requires mainly the definition of broad design objectives, design constraints, the solution space, etc. Based on which the objective of the GD framework would be to arrive at high performing design. And when it comes to AEC facilities, the first step in design process is layout design, and it has a significant impact on the overall performance of the final built facility. When we looked at layout design, the earliest works were treated layout design as a location problem. Then there were a number of works which explored the conversion of layout design into mathematical formation, and this was a way of optimizing it. Then there were a number of works on design representation. And also seminal works were done in shape grammars. Then a number of works investigated techniques for automating design. For example, the physics-based systems and the constraint-based systems. Recently, many works are focusing on learning-based methods. So they use existing plans to create new design ideas. So based on this literature review, we identified two main gaps. One was that the existing works were focusing on floor plans, and they were limited in scope. They used simple geometries like rectangular geometries, and the existing works, in the early works, the travel distance used to be the objective. But recently, energy simulations tools are facilitating the measurement of different criteria, but still many times value is not addressed in layout design. So after identification of the gap, we went on to do an exploratory study of the campus layout design. So this was a new IIT in the southern state of India. IIT Palakkad. So you can see the extent of the area. So it is 507 acres, and it has irregular boundaries. So the first step here was the zoning, because there are different areas: the academic, the administrative, the residential area. So we had to the first requirement for layout planning was the zoning. So this is the methodology that we followed. Based on the exploratory study, two things were identified. One was what were the layout area requirements for zoning, and also what are the design attribute value relationships. This was identified from the stakeholders. And based on this, the solution framework, what we were proposing is a GD framework. The GD framework, there is a requirement, there are two key requirements. So one is the generation of zoning alternatives, and the second is converting or translating this value, design attribute value relationship into parametric form so that we can evaluate them with the design alternatives. And finally, we are evaluating the GD framework or the various aspects of the GD framework with the stakeholders, and further refining the GD system. So this is an ongoing work. We are in this paper, we are discussing what work has been done so far. So these are the various zoning. These are the various zones, and these are the area requirements. This is derived from another study that was done by the design team. In this paper, we are discussing 3 ADVs. One is the environmental value. So here, based on the stakeholder discussions, we identified 2 things. One is that the travel carbon footprint. That means that there are zones in which there will be frequent commute. So the distance between the different zones had to be evaluated. Second was that the site contained natural vegetation and water bodies which needed, which had to be excluded. Then there is, so similarly there were the other 2, we identified the relationship for the other 2 ADVs, which was aesthetic and social related. This is how the solution, the GD framework looks like. So we have the input parameters, which are the site geometry, the site condition, which are the exclusion zones, and we have the visualization, or we are modeling it in the visual programming platform, which is Grasshopper. And in this work, we are proposing the growth algorithm. What it does is, it divides the entire site into small land parcels. We allocate seed nodes equal to the number of zones, and the algorithm assigns land parcels to the closest seed nodes, so which results in a particular zoning configuration. When we change the position of the seed nodes, it results in a different layout. And similarly, based on the distances which was defined in the earlier slide with respect to the various ADVs. For example, we could measure the largest distance between the particular zones in which the commute is maximum. So this was again, these rules were defined in the parametric modeling. So the conclusion is that we have proposed a growth algorithm approach for generating layout alternatives. We are using a values design relationship attributes defined by the stakeholders to assess these zoning alternatives. In this work, we are considering only 3 ADVs, but we need to define methods for capturing the expert knowledge and converting it into parametric form. Once we are able to define this criteria and constraint, we can apply optimization techniques to arrive at high performing designs.
Okay, thank you
That
very
is
much.
it.